The recording, I don't know if you need to make any statement. I think the document speaks for itself.
No, I would like to read my motion.
Just a minute.
Okay. The only additional information I can provide is in number 2 of my memo.
Yes.
I indicated that I was not able to find a reference to that the August 21st interview and reports. I did speak with the investigator today. I did receive a copy of that report, which I believe Mr. Barker already has. So I do now have a report advising of a few initial statements that Mr. Golden made before indicating he didn't wish to speak anymore.
Objection. I have a copy of the report, and it's a full 2-page report of Investigator Brian Vanscyoc giving detailed information of what happened at the interview. And right here, this is the report right here I'm holding up. As you can see, it's 2 pages. It's dated, Brian D. Vanscyoc reviewed by Daniel J. Adams and dated August 21st, 2015. It's a 2-page report with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs of specific detailed information. So there's no way that he's saying that this interview didn't happen because...
No, that's not the issue. The issue isn't whether there was an interview. The issue, as I see it, is whether it was recorded or not.
Well, right here, I would like to read the paragraph. It says, at this time, the interview was concluded with Golden as he had no further information to provide. I provided Golden with my business card with further information to provide. Oops, I'm sorry, I only got my glasses on. It says, I provided Golden with my business card with instructions to call if he had any additional information. The interview was recorded audio and visually, nothing further at this time. So he confirmed that the interview was recorded. He filed this report. He stated in it was audio and video recorded. And it's not like if it was like a 1-page memo or something, but it's a full 2-page report that was filed. And all of a sudden, inside of this, I would like to read the full report so you can understand
The
why.
report speaks for itself. If I need to see it, I'll get a hard copy of it and I'll read it, okay? But I don't need you to read it to me, okay?
But I would like to state for the record, I would like to read the report for the fact that spoliation of evidence, because this report right here is very important to my case.
Okay, let me just stop you there, okay? With respect to his reading a statement that indicates there was a recording made of the interview, Mr. Wiedenhoff?
I agree that the report indicates that the interview was audio and visually recorded. My understanding is that the interview did take place in a room with audio and visual recording equipment. However, the interview was not saved onto a disk or preserved in any way. It just took place in a room with that recording equipment.
All right. Just a minute. So then the question is, was it recorded in any way?
Yeah.
Maybe we should take some testimony on that issue and on the other issues, all right?
Yeah. Then I'd like to move on to the second interview occurring on August 21st of 2015. Were you involved in that interview?
I wasn't.
Could you please describe the circumstances surrounding that interview?
I was contacted by the district attorney's office advising that Josh Golden wanted to make an additional statement in reference to information he had regarding the thefts at Cree, and that was coordinated through his attorney, Jennifer Servino.
After receiving that information, were arrangements made to conduct an interview?
Yes,
Where was that interview take place?
at the law enforcement center in the detective bureau.
Is the location of the interview, should that occur in a room which has the capabilities of audio and video recording?
It doesn't, not currently at the time, but at the time of the interview it did.
The discussion or interview that took place, was that later put into a report prepared by you?
Yes.
After the, did the interview that took place, was that the full interview that was anticipated?
I don't believe that when I was contacted by Jennifer Servino regarding the interview that Josh Golden provided me all the information that he had, which is why the interview was eventually concluded by myself.
After the interview was concluded, did you ever verify whether the interview was audio and visual recorded?
I did not.
Was the
Objection, you wrote in your report, you wrote in this report that the video was audio.
You'll have a chance to ask him that, okay? That's called cross-examination, all right?
Could you explain why your report indicates that the interview was audio and visually recorded?
That room, once you go in there, you turn it on to initiate the recording. I do remember doing that.
Do you have experience with the recording equipment in that room?
Yes.
Could you explain how it works then, where it goes from you flipping the switch to eventually a recording being preserved on a disk?
It's everything that's, once you initiate the recording, it saves onto a DVR, and then you can hold that information onto a disk at a later date or shortly after the interview is concluded.
Have you made efforts to verify whether or not the DVR, whether there was a recording of that interview on the DVR?
And that presents the issue in that DVR is no longer, as I stated earlier, that room is no longer recorded. And that DVR, as far as I can tell, it's either been disposed of or its whereabouts are unknown. I have contacted our lieutenant of administration and asked him to see if he could retrieve that.
Were they able to retrieve that?
I have not heard one way or the other.
So the DVR that potentially could have recorded this interview, I guess would be whereabouts unknown at this time?
Yes.
Did you ever verify whether or not the recording of this interview actually was on that DVR?
I did not.
Are you aware if anybody verified whether or not the recording of that interview exists on that DVR?
I'm not aware. I did speak with our evidence custodian. He could not locate a DVD of that interview.
And to the best of your knowledge, Mr. Golden would also be available as a witness if there were a trial?
I believe so, yes.